Welcome back to Buckeye Wars. This is a series I put together, little memories of what it was like growing up in El Dorado Hills, California in the 70s and the 80s. I think you'll like this one. This one's fun. Back in the day, there was a place, wonderful steak restaurant, steak/barbecue restaurant on, I'm not sure if it was Sierra College at that point, but Hazel/Sierra College Boulevard, right about Douglas. If you're heading north, it was off to the right before you got to Douglas, kind of back in there and on the hill. Place was called Pinnacle Peak. And my dad knew a secret about it that I didn't. And certainly my little brother, who was 4 years younger than me, didn't either. And my dad rounded up the family. He says, "We're going to go have us some steak. Come on, boys." And we got in the truck, or I guess we were driving Mom's car. It was a sedan. And he said, "Boys, need you to fancy up a little bit. I want you to wear a tie. Yeah, this place is kind of fancy." Didn't even occur to us that he wasn't wearing a tie, but dressed up a little bit. Mom dressed up a little bit. And they put ties on both me and my brother. And we went to this fancy Pinnacle Peak. And we get in the front door, and I look up, and the entire ceiling in the whole place was covered with ties hanging down from the ceiling. And I thought, that's kind of odd. And it didn't occur to my little mind that this is a place where you don't wear a tie, and that those ties hanging there had been cut off people. So we sit down at the table, and the waitresses, who happen to be absolutely beautiful, kind of like the ones that they have at places like Hooters nowadays. And, I was probably 12, 13, and I'm looking around. They're beautiful. Ooh, baby. And couple of gals, two of them, if I remember correctly, maybe even three, waitresses come over to the table, and they kind of sternly look down at us, jokingly, my brother and I, and they say, "Young men, we don't wear ties at Pinnacle Peak. Now, you have an option. Either you can take them off and put them away, or we will cut them off and we will hang them from our ceiling." And we're like, "Huh?" And my dad looks and he nods and he says, Just go with it, Bobby. It's okay." And this beautiful young gal comes up behind me, reaches around me, cuts my tie clean off with one fell swoop of a scissors, and then gives me a kiss on the cheek and says, "Thank you, young man." Oh, that was wonderful. And the food was good too. Yeah, baby. Pinnacle Peak. I miss that place.